In this video, we're going to explore disk partitioning in Linux and the essential tools you can use for disk management. Disk partitioning is a fundamental aspect of managing storage in Linux, and understanding it is crucial for any Linux user. Disk partitioning is the process of dividing a physical storage device, such as a hard drive or solid-state drive, into multiple logical storage units. Each partition functions as a separate disk with its own file system. Partitioning allows for better organization of data and operating systems. This also enables multi-boot configurations with different operating systems on the same physical drive. There are different partitioning schemes. The first one is Master Boot Record or MBR. It is a traditional scheme and it is limited to 2 TB disk size and 4 primary partitions. The second one is Grid Partition Table or GPT. It is a modern scheme supporting larger disks and virtually unlimited partitions. Extended partitions can contain multiple logical partitions. Modern partitions align to physical sectors for performance. fdisk is a text-based, menu-driven command line utility for creating and manipulating partition tables. It's primarily used for master boot record partitioning, but can also view GUID partition table partitions. Here are some commands. To list all disk partitions, you can use sudo fdisk -l. To start fdisk on a specific disk, use the command sudo fdisk and then specify the disk such as dev sda. When you are in interactive mode, some common fdisk commands are M to display the help menu, P to print the partition table, N to create a new partition, D to delete a partition, and W to write changes to disk and exit. Now let's see fdisk in action. I am going to list all disk partitions here. In the terminal, I have the command sudo fdisk -l. This is the output. You can see the disk dev sda is shown here with a size of 500 GB. It also shows different partitions like dev sda1, which is 512 MB, dev sda2, which is 16 GB, and dev sda3, which is 483.5 GB. Disk is specifically designed for GUID partition table partitioning, offering advanced features for modern storage devices. It provides similar interface to fdisk, but with GUID partition table specific capabilities. Here are some commands. To list all disk partitions with GUID partition table info, use sudo disk -l, and then the disk name such as dev sda. To start disk on a specific disk, use sudo disk and then specify the disk such as dev sda. When you are in interactive mode, some common disk commands are !mark to display the help menu, P to print the partition table, N to create a new partition, D to delete a partition, and W to write changes to disk and exit. Now let's see disk in action. To view the GUID partition table partition information in the terminal, I have the command sudo disk -l, and then dev nvme0n1. As you can see here, it shows the GUID partition table is present. It also says found valid GUID partition table with protective master boot record, and using GUID partition table. GNU-parted is a powerful tool that supports both master boot record and GUID partition table partition tables. It can resize, copy, and move partitions without data loss in many cases. To display partition information, use sudo parted -l. To start parted on a specific disk, use sudo parted and then specify the disk such as dev sda. When in interactive mode, common parted commands are help to display help, print to display the partition table, mpart to create a new partition, rm, and then the partition number to remove a partition, and quit to exit parted. Now let's see parted in action. To create partitions with parted in the terminal, I have the command sudo parted and then dev sdb. You will see welcome message. Then type help to view a list of commands. Now type print. This displays the partition table. To create a partition, type mpart, then primary, then the file system type such as extension for, then the start and the end. Then type quit. Here are some best practices. First, Determine the purpose of each partition before creating. Consider future growth when allocating space. Use GWT partition table for disks larger than 2 terabytes. Align partitions to physical sector boundaries for optimal performance, and document your partition scheme for future reference. Some common partition layouts are root partition, which is indicated by /, with 20 to 50 gigabytes depending on usage, home partition, which is indicated by /home, with majority of free space, swap partition equal to random access memory for hibernation, and boot partition, which is indicated by /boot with 500 MB to 1 GB. Use separate partitions for high input-output directories like /var or /tmp. fdisk is a traditional tool for master boot record partitioning. It has simple interface and is widely available on all Linux distributions. It is best for basic partitioning tasks. Disk is a modern tool designed for GWT partition table partitioning. It has similar interface to fdisk, but with GWT partition table specific features, making it ideal for disks larger than 2 terabytes. Partition is a versatile tool supporting both master boot record and GWT partition table. It can resize partitions without data loss. It is more powerful but slightly more complex interface. Remember to choose the right tool based on your specific requirements and disk configuration. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.